Hey guys, Rick Shaw here. Sorry I haven't made a post in a while. I've been under the weather. I got real low power mode, and I said I got to get in the doctor and see what's going on. So they ran a blood test, and my red blood cell count was in the toilet again. And it gets to where it's hard to even walk just across the apartment. Uh, so that's why I haven't been much. Now I got a little bit of a sore throat. Thing that gets me about the doctors here that it's starting to tick me off. They keep pushing me to get all my childhood vaccines again, and I told them I don't want to get those because the aluminum and mercury and chemicals in there. I don't want that. And the doctor said, well, I told them my parents didn't have it. A bunch of us, we didn't have them, didn't have all these things. And he said, well, they didn't have stem cell. So I said, do you mean to tell me my immune system's compromised because of this now? You never told me that in the beginning. So it's kind of a bummer. But getting through it, I had to get a transfusion. And last time I had that done, it perked me up. This time, a little bit, not so much. But we still been riding the bikes a good bit, Maddie and I. We went out the other night, rode a little bit. Uh, he's my riding buddy. he's a good guy. But I like that Trek bike a lot. The Retrospect bike is a 7-speed, and I like it because it's got the rack on the back if I go to the store. And if I ride to the store, that's fine because it's mostly level. But when we go to the airport, I came the other day and we had to come up the hill right before home. And by the time I got off the bike, my legs were shaking so bad I couldn't make it up the stairs. I had to sit down on the stairs for a while. It wasn't really out of breath or anything. It's just my legs were trembling and just weak. The muscles are weak. And so I take the Trek bike, which is easier to get on. It's like a girl's bike. It's a lot easier to get on for me. And it's got 21 speeds. And we took it again over there, Maddie and I. We rode through. There's a place that's supposed to have been houses, and they never put any houses up. So it's just streets that are all grown up. And so we like riding over there. But we got to take that hill back. And that Trek bike, I got to tell you, that damn thing has got the best shifter on of any bike I ever had. You shift the gear, it's in the gear. There's no pissing around with this bike. The Retrospect bike is good too. It shifts really good. The new bikes are shifting a lot better than they used to, but it just doesn't have the gearing for me. So I'm probably going to wind up selling that next spring. When summer comes. It's a brand new bike. It's a beautiful bike, but it's a little bit too tough for me to ride. And I'm really sold on the Trek bike that we got. That dang thing is. I'd have to say out of all the bikes I ever had, it's the best bike I ever had for being easy to ride. And the way it shifts into gear. So that's a lot of fun. But we had a nice weekend. We headed down south and we visited my sister. Hadn't seen her for a couple Christmases ago. This last Christmas, her husband was really sick. He passed away, and that was a bummer. So we took a drive out there, went to see her, and great visit. And we're going back. She invited us back. Faye's only off every other weekend, so she invited us back in a couple weeks. She's going to cook us one of her famous meals, so that's going to be really, really nice. I enjoy spending time with her. She's a real sweetheart. I like it because she has a lot of the pictures from when we were little kids and stuff that I don't have. She does, so we were able to take the phone and take some pictures of that. So that was kind of neat, remembering all that stuff. And the one thing about her, my goodness, she's my mother's twin. I'm not kidding you. She just looks just like my mom. So that's kind of neat. It's always like give my mom a hug. It's really nice. So I hope that pretty soon we're going for the uh, VA home loan. I hope we can find a house pretty soon. The only problem is we got a lease here until June, which really sucks, and they don't let you out of them. And if we find a house, I can't afford to pay for both places. So I'm hoping this coming June they'll just give me a month by month or something, because the last time they said, look, if you don't sign another lease for a year, you're going to get evicted, which is really, really crappy. What do they expect when somebody wants to buy a house? Where are we supposed to go for during escrow and all that kind of stuff? So, that's a real not good thing. But, I'm tired of paying rent that goes to nothing when we can put it into a house. And the payment, the prices of houses I'm looking at are it would be equal to what I'm paying in rent, even with the taxes and insurance and everything. I'm not looking for no super expensive house, just a nice little one. I don't want a big house because I got to heat it, and then we're gonna have a water bill on top of that and all that kind of stuff. So I don't want a big monstrous house. And there's a lot of them in this area that are well within my price range. So we're looking. I'm waiting for the VA guy to get back with me. It's been about a week. He says, yeah, I'm going to put this all together and give you a call back. And it's just desolate. Nothing. I haven't heard anything from him yet. I sent him a message yesterday, excuse me, saying what's up. So we'll see. But I definitely want to get into a house. This year, this place, we're pretty happy with it. They got a new management. And last year, we had frost coming out of our mouth in here. It got so cold. It's cold in here today. I don't know what happened with the heat today. If something doesn't happen by this evening, I'm going to call them and say what gives, because it's cold in here today. But it has been where it's been real warm. We walk into the apartment and we say, wow, it's nice and warm in here. We've all been commenting on that. So I don't know what happened. Just today, for some reason it's cold. They must have shut it off. If I see the maintenance guy, I'm going to ask him. But this is a pretty good place to rent from. I have to say that the people who took it over are doing a good job. You got any problem with maintenance or anything, they send the guy over. You got to go through the rigmarole of the automated system and all that crap and leave. I hate leaving messages. Because the other place you do that and you never hear from anybody. So this place is a lot better. It's an older apartment complex. It was built in '62, but they're keeping it up. We're not really having any problems with the maintenance on the place. And the maintenance people are just super nice people, just great. So that's really nice that they come lickety split and fix everything. We had our kitchen light. They came and fixed it. And then right after they fixed it, boom, the ballast went on it. So the guy came the other day and he put a LED, which is nice and bright. I want a lot of light in the kitchen. And it's working real good. So that was pretty cool. And the guy who came to do it, just a super nice guy. All these guys here, though, when you talk to them, they're real helpful and nice. I had a bunch of leaves going in my garage. When they were coming through with their blowers, I said, hey, would you mind going in there and blowing the leaves out of there? It's too hard to sweep them. And, yeah, no problem. Me, I used to do all my own car maintenance and stuff like that. It's getting to the point I can't do that stuff anymore, which kind of sucks. I'm having a lot of trouble with my hands, the strength of them. And walking. I'm hunched over. I got a back brace from the VA to help straighten me out a little bit, and that one that pulls your shoulders back, that's definitely helping. I can walk a lot farther. Funny thing on my bicycle, when I go, I can easily go up to the store and back. I couldn't walk. There's no way even now I could walk there and back and make it. And because it's a quarter of a mile up to the store, so a half a mile round trip. No way I can walk a half mile right now. I want to go hunting with my sister. Hopefully this year, out her way. And she wants to hunt. I want to hunt. So we both got to get back in shape. So I'm doing as much walking as I can, even around the apartment or just a little bit outside, as much as I can stand. And the back brace is helping out. I've got all my hunting stuff ready to go. I've got the firearm, the ammo. I got all the clothing for it, and that would be really nice to go out and have a hunt with my sister. And I don't think it would be a good idea to hunt alone anymore. I used to always hunt alone. I bow hunted a lot when I was in Pennsylvania, and I never really wanted to go with a bunch of folks. Even the years I rifle hunted, I liked going by myself. But now I don't think that would be wise. If something happened and I got stuck in the woods, so it's always good to have somebody, and it's nice to have the cell phones too. And when you go out, to have people that have different cell phone service, because sometimes your cell phone won't work in that area, but theirs will. So that's a good thing. And if we do go out, we're going to let people know where we're at, where we plan on hunting and all that. But she lives out in the country. It's I like it there. The houses are really, ridiculously low prices out there, and I would move there in a heartbeat because I like it out in the country. But Faye can't drive. We've done so much with her driving to try to get her to drive. I wound up giving up. We had her for about a year in the Philippines with the driver instructing people. They gave up. It's funny, the Philippines, they're not like us. When we're kids, we want to drive. Matty, we're going to get him a dirt bike here pretty soon, a 50cc, 49cc model, and I'm going to do that for him probably in a month. And they want to drive. They're already thinking about cars. Dorothy's thinking about that already and what she likes. But in the Philippines, it's not that way. One thing about the Philippines, they may be old, they may be run down, but they have the best transportation system in the world. You want to go somewhere, you can go, and it's cheap. You jump on a jeepney, it's 8 pesos to get where you're going. It's cheaper than dirt. Or you want to take a big bus, might be 150 pesos or something to go from our place all the way to Manila on a bus. Air conditioned, by the way. So they don't have it in their mind that they want to drive. And then when they finally come here and they want to drive, Faye right now, I'd really be worried of her driving here about getting hurt. I don't want her getting in an accident and getting hurt. So I'm the chauffeur. I hope that I'm able to keep going and getting us around. We have a really good car. I love that damn thing. There's a couple things I don't like about it, but the one thing I really like is it's got all the power. If you need to go quick, fast, in a hurry to get out of the way of somebody or do something or fit into traffic, it's effortless. The power, the transmission on it shifts. You really don't even notice it. But I don't like the old Buicks I had. When you let off the gas, like we were in southern Ohio, so there's the light's going to change. They'll have a flashing orange light, so you're not going to make it if you're doing the speed limit. So you just let off the gas and coast, and they would stay in like the high gear or the overdrive, and you just keep floating along nice and easy, rolling, using no gas. This one downshifts. As soon as it gets to a speed, it'll downshift itself, which that would have been they would have been better off to not do that. But I got the seat fixed. When Faye's in the car, the way the seat was, her head was always in the way when I'd look to the right. So it made a huge blind spot along with the B pillar. It just was not good. So I got in there the other day and I lowered it all the way down and put it back some. And she's not too happy. She's like, I can't see out, complaining. But I'd rather take the complaints than an accident, because I need to see. I need to be looking around really good. I don't want to mess up that beautiful car. And it is a really good looking car. Seems to be running really good. Checked the oil. I changed the oil here recently, and I really like that it doesn't really dirty up the oil. The people who had it before me, it had just, they got all the oil changes. They got every bit of service that was asked of them. They took it down to the dealer and had it done. So it had a good, you might say, pedigree on it. We've got 68,000 on it now, and it's a nice car. The only thing that I still haven't gotten down to the Buick dealership about the suspension. It's got that dang magnetic suspension, and when I got it, boy, it had a beautiful ride. A Buick ride. Nice and smooth. You go over bumps, you didn't really notice them. And I got it undercoated so that it helped with the sound and all that. But then they have this manual sport position. I wanted to try that out where you could shift it yourself with the buttons. And I tried it, and it stiffened up the suspension. Well, when I put it back to touring mode, it didn't unstiffen the suspension. So that's a glitch that I have to go back in, because it's got some kind of magnetic thing in the shocks. It's got metal in the oil that stiffens it and gives you, corner's great. I mean, the dang thing doesn't lean when you're going through corners. Tires don't squeal. It's got that, there's a button on there where it keeps your wheels from spinning and does all this kind of electronic wizardry, which I leave on all the time. The other thing I really hate about it, it just ticks me off. I was able to turn off that automatic damn braking thing. But when you're in cruise control, you can't. You can't turn that off. And I had some jamoke come around me on the right and then immediately got in front of me like a foot or so when he cut over. And it hammered my brakes. I'm glad nobody was behind me or there'd have been an accident. I mean, it went into the anti-lock and everything. And I was like, man, I didn't like that. I thought I turned it off. Well, when I called down there, they said, no, in cruise control, you can't turn it off. And I want the cruise control. I mean, I wouldn't even buy a car without it now, but I don't like that automatic braking. I think that's a big pile of crap. It's just not a thing. I was looking online, and a lot of the truckers were saying they hate it too. They wish they could get rid of it. A lot of the new trucks got that. And it's not a good thing to have. They can jackknife, all kinds of things can happen. So, but me, I still a little bit under the weather. I hope I get better. I'm getting worried about going into the hospital. I saw an accident. I don't know if this is true, guys, and let me know if you guys have seen it also. But I saw they had this nurse lady on there saying that if you're in the hospital and you're sleeping, without your permission, they can give you shots, flu shot or COVID shot or all these kind of shots. Or if you're under anesthesia, they can just give them without your consent. And I'm to the point now where when I went in the hospital the other day, they wanted me to stay overnight. And I'm like, no, you're going to do it now and I'm going to go home. Or I'm not staying. I just won't get it. And they were like, well, we can't do that. I said, well, okay, bye. Well, they immediately changed their mind on that. But let me know if you guys heard that. I don't know how true it is. You see a lot of stuff on the internet that, with all this AI stuff, you can't be sure of what's true or not. But I don't want any of that stuff. I don't want my kids getting these shots. I don't want them. I don't want anybody against my will saying them. Like at school, they're pushing them for them. That my doctors are pushing me for getting all these shots. It's ridiculous. I don't want them. You look at the healthiest people on the planet are the Amish. There's studies on them. They don't get autism. Japan just did a thing where they don't let the kids get all them things, and their autism went down into the toilet. They're not getting it anymore. Now, on the other hand, Vietnam, they said, okay, we're going to take all these shots. Now they got all these autistic kids running around. So where's all the studies on that? And if you look at these papers in these shots, there's been no testings, double blind. They're not testing them. They're just putting them out. Hey, take it. We're a doctor. Trust us. Come on, give me a break. I don't want it. And it just until they really know what these things do, I don't want them. The only person I only know one person that they got the polio shot, and then what happened? They got a polio shot, and then they tell you, oh, you got to take this. And I'm thinking, well, if everybody else has got it, what are you worried about me for? Why do I got to take it? You're covered. But then I remember when this thing was going on a couple of years ago. Oh, take the first one, it didn't work, so now you got to take another one, and then you got to take another one after that, and keep taking them. Come on, give me a break. And then they had so many of them already made. It's some kind of crazy thing, and I'm not into it. But other than that, hope you don't mind my rant or anything like that. But it worries me a little bit, that's for sure. But Faye's getting her. She had to get a second physical for for her green card. We went down, did all our green card stuff. We got the hearing, and everything was fine. And the doctor that did her physical, he forgot to sign it. And in the time she went back, he was uncertified for fraud, so they won't accept it. So she has to go do all of it over again, another $500-600. But as soon as she gets that done, gets it turned in, I don't know how the shutdown's going to affect it, but she gets that done, then she'll be looking at having her green card. She doesn't want to go back and live in the Philippines now. She wants to stay here, which I'm glad, because when she first got here, she didn't like it, but now it's different. My kids don't want to go back at all. I can't go back, with my health problems. I don't. I'd be worried about the care there. Of course, I worry about it here too. But we'll see. We'll see how things go. She's wanting to put money away so that we can go for a visit. And I could say, yeah, I could go for a couple-week visit. That'd be all right. I'd take a chance on that. But I don't know what's going to happen with this dialysis, with my kidneys. And they got me on different medicines. The only thing they changed on my medicine, I don't take any drugs right now. It's mostly vitamins that they're giving me. And then they got me iron. They said, look, your iron is like really low, so we got to get you on some iron. So they got me iron tablets that I take. And I definitely feel better than a week ago. But I'm still, it's just, the funny thing that's happening to me right now, my legs don't get really tired. I get Charlie horses, and I get Charlie horses in my hands. I get them in my ankles a lot, my feet. It doesn't matter if I'm doing a lot or not. I still get them at night. But the thing that tires me out is my back. From the top of my butt all the way up to my neck, the muscles in my back are getting exhausted, and I can't keep from being hunched over. I keep trying to straighten up. I correct myself in trying to straighten up, but man, I'll tell you what, it's tough. So if they tell you got to get stem cell or anything, look into it. Look into it real good, because I don't know what a good, what it's done for sure, other than what's happening to me now. They said it takes a year to come back from that, and I had it done in January, so I only got a few months to go for the year's up, and I don't feel a whole lot better at all. I don't think I'm on an upward swing in my health. It's just like I'm staying at this dang crap level. It's not going away. But all I got to say, guys, remember to keep everybody in your prayers, and thank our Father for every breath you get, because we're not promised another one. So I'm going to let you go, and this is Rickshaw out.